Welcome back to Slop Reacts. Not back, this is the first episode. Today we're watching Trapped by Stress and Depression, My 600-Pound Life. I'm going to try to go for a world record under 1 minute of me actually talking.
Some mornings I wake up and I think, thank God I'm awake. He let me live one more day. But when I first go to stand up, I can't hardly stand up. My back is hurting so bad.
Why do they always do that angle on this show? That downward up angle?
I get stuff right there.
And I know it's because of the weight.
Yeah. That's normal.
It just feels like somebody's got a...
At least she can stand up. A lot of the episodes that I was looking through, they could not even stand up.
big machete stabbed in your back and just turning it and digging and scraping around in there.
Oxygen off.
Right now, I'm currently living in the house with my grandson, Nathan, and his fiance, Kat, and Sam and RJ, and then, of course, my fiance, Russell. If it wasn't for my family...
That's so many people. How big is this house? That's the question. I'm turning this John on 1.5 times speed. I don't want to be here.
Family being here to help me and to support me, I don't know what I've done. They've really been a lifesaver.
You do what you gotta do for people you love. But, you know, the weight that she's gaining is not good on her health. The weight is too much.
I gotta go pee.
And we all help her out and try to take care of her.
Oh, whoa, don't fall. Whoa.
I don't think I can show this. The entire thing has to be blurred. She is completely nude right now.
It was very hard for me to ask Sam to help me shower. It took everything I had. Keep my balance good enough to get over there. I have to hold on with both hands while she washes me.
Maybe let's get a different cameraman.
And I can't get around on my own.
You're gonna go ahead and lay down and I'll go ahead and get your breakfast and stuff ready for you.
Okay, babe. Stress leads to eating. Eating leads to gaining weight. Weight leads to getting mad. Mad leads to getting more eating. And it's just a...
I mean, she's absolutely right. It's a cycle. Weight gain leads to depression, which leads to weight gain, which leads to depression, which leads to weight gain. Or for some people, weight gain or depression leads to not eating. It just depends on... I don't need to talk about this. This is Slop Reacts. You can find your information elsewhere. It's
getting very bad. And I've got to get it stopped before it gets to where there's no coming back. I think I just felt how much I've changed over the last 20 years. It makes me sick at my stomach. I just can't believe that it's gotten this bad. You fixed me a good breakfast, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. I feel like I'm trapped. I don't feel like I can break that trap on my own.
You don't have to be on your own. You are with 7 other people living in this house. Someone needs to be honest. The problem is that everyone is overweight, so it is a collective, it's a cycle.
Because I've got a bad habit of, ever since I was
They all have food addiction, so no one's going to stop them.
Younger, when I get stressed, my comfort is food. My biological father was an alcoholic, but my mom was always there. My mother was a wonderful woman. My mom married my stepdad when I was 4. I mean, we were pretty close at first, and I called...
Good Lord, is that a whole stick of butter on each piece of bread?
Dad, and every Sunday we went to church. Well, in fact, him and I sang in church. He played the guitar and we sang. We'd sing all kinds of songs, and our favorite one was The Old Rugged Cross. My mom loved that one. In fact, the day before she passed away on a Monday, I remember we went to church that Sunday. We sang for her that day, but the next thing I know, my mom was gone. The world didn't seem
That is a series of unfortunate events, almost like that title of the book.
Right without my mother. After I buried my mom, I couldn't function. I kept getting more depressed, and the more depressed I got, the more I ate. And I just kept eating and eating and eating and eating. If I picked up something, I couldn't just lay it down without eating it all. I just didn't know what to do with myself. I figured if I just sat there, that I could just wither away and the Lord would take me and I could go be with my mom. But it didn't work that way. I was gaining the weight because I was eating more, because I was depressed, and it was a vicious cycle after my mother passed.
How long ago was this? Listen, I know that losing a parent can and is hard. Can be and is hard. You're going to see both takes of that. But at some point, life moves forward. And at some point, you do have to move forward. You cannot keep blaming this on that.
When I was 13 or 14, I weighed around 250. So that's when I realized I got to do something with my health. When I got into high school, I joined ROTC. And I was big, but I wasn't big. We were always marching with our uniforms and our rifles. And we would march and practice 3 and 4 hours a day in Texas heat. I would lose a lot of weight during that. When I would get up and have to put my uniform on and go to ROTC, it was like I was going to my safe haven. We all hung out together. We'd go to football games and have after game parties. In fact, my fiance and I were in ROTC together. Russell was always the one that was there to make sure that I was okay.
They've been fiancés for this long. She has grandchildren that are adults. She has to be old at this point.
And then I was safe. He always kept me right with him. He always protected me. But it wasn't mine and his time yet.
Oh, okay.
Right out of high school, I married Jesse. I knew not to. I knew I shouldn't have. That's probably why I didn't go to be a doctor or a lawyer, because I did get married and ended up pregnant. And that was Christopher. He lives in Arizona. Jesse, my son's dad. I'm not saying Jesse was a bad person. Jesse was a good person. I mean, he just had his demeanor. We were married for 7 years, and it was fun when we first got together. And then we divorced. When it ended, it didn't affect me at all, because I knew I shouldn't have done it. I just did it out of stupidity.
That is crazy, being in a relationship with someone for 7 years. Married for 7 years. I don't know how long it was before that. You had a kid with them, and it did not affect you when you broke up. I don't care if by the end you hate him. It should affect you in some way, whether it be hate, anger, sadness.
I worked at a daycare center, and I could take my son with me. I worked there for 4 years. Enjoyed it. I was still big. I was around 250 pounds, but I stayed.
There is no way this is 250 pounds. Unless she's like 4'2", which maybe, because this is a kid.
Active all day long working around kids. Then I was at the auto shop, and I went to pick my car up, and Ray was there. Well, we started talking. He asked me out. I said, yeah. We knew each other from maybe 3 months and got married. And it lasted for 15 years. We had a good marriage. It didn't
3 months into 15 years is a crazy cycle.
Work out between him and I, because he decided he wanted to start sleeping around with my best friend of 22 years.
Okay, that is not her fault at all. That
like to kill me, because I had no one in my life. So I don't talk to her no more. Him and her are married now.
Oh my God, that's awful. I am sorry. That is awful.
Was the one that meant the most to me. I had no one to go to, no one to turn to. And I sat in this apartment with the curtains closed, all the lights off, and ate and sat in the dark. Thank you, and that was really good, baby.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I could see my weight increasing, and then my depression got so bad that I ended up going on disability.
I got your medications.
Alrighty, babe. Social services sent a counselor to my house, but somehow she came up with a new plan. First, she got me to the point where I could stand and walk again. Before I knew it, she had me talked into going to my 20th reunion for ROTC.
Well, I need to be taken too.
My life changed in the most positive way possible, because Russell and I seen each other for the first time in Probably about 15, 20 years, he said, "Hey, baby." And we sat there and talked for a while. And 3 months after we seen each other, we become a couple.
This one needs to be 3 times.
It's kind of crazy. This guy yearned for years and years, and after 20 years, he got his chance. So if you yearn, you might get your chance after 20 years. And yes, she might have been married twice, each time for around 10 years on average. But you made it.
Russell, he's big, but he's not heavy. And now he drives an 18-wheeler. I ride with him. Just me and him just ride and talk and enjoy each other's company and hold hands and, I don't know, just sweetness. After 5 years together, he even took me on my first cruise. We went to Cozumel and Jamaica with my best friend Christy and her husband Jeremy. And at the end of the cruise, Russell looks at me and he says, "Do you love me?" I said, "You know I do." I said, "You're the love of my life." He said, "Here, I want you to marry me." And I just started bawling.
Aww. How many love of the lives can you have? Okay, sorry, I'm not shaming nobody, but you can only have one love of your life, okay?
He put my ring on my finger.
When I first met her, I didn't know what to make of her because she was a little bit of a wild child back then. But I liked her. She was cute.
Russell and I are still happy, but when it comes to my weight, I have a real bad self-esteem when it comes to my weight. He has to keep reassuring me that nothing is wrong between us, because I'll sit and wonder, well, I wonder who he's with now. I wonder what girl he's got in his truck now. Then it leads to stress, and I'll eat and eat and eat, trying to satisfy all of my problems, but it never works. It don't make them go away. Just make.
It's crazy how addiction works because she knows the problem. She knows that why she is self-esteem is because of her weight, but because of her self-esteem being bad, she eats food, and that just makes her weight worse, which just makes her self-esteem worse. It's crazy how the addiction works because you're just trapped in a cycle.
Makes me bigger. Well, I've got to get this weight off of me. I can feel a physical and mental change in my body. Mental because I don't want to be this big, and physically because I just can't get up and do it for me to get the weight off. Baby, you're home. Yeah. You look tired.
Just a little bit.
Oh.
All right, don't break my neck.
Oh, I ain't going to. I'll give you kisses then. And hugs. What you want for dinner, my love?
What are you thinking?
No, I ask you first. Nate, we can get Nate to cook us some good pork chops on the grill.
There you go.
It's a lot of pork chops.
Yeah.
I cook a lot of food, cook a whole bunch on the grill, trying to help her out, trying to...
This guy does not seem like he wants to be here. He does not seem happy with his circumstances.
Try to do what I can.
Her knees are getting to where she can't hardly walk around anymore because of her weight.
2, 3.
Come on, other hand.
Do you think they have intercourse? I mean, they are both old, 60 plus at least. My oldest grandparent is 62, I think. And I'm 20. This guy has to be 26, 27. So let's just say they're 67. Sorry. So they might, like, your libido's already lower at that point in your life, I'm pretty sure. And they have a lot of mass to move between them. I don't think they could be hard.
Other hand.
Biggest thing that motivates me to lose weight is I want to get back in the truck with Russell. It breaks my heart that I can't go out and do things with my grandkids and great-grandkids. Everything that I do with them has to be done at home.
You know, this is just unfortunate, too. I mean...
Grandkids and great-grandkids.
This kid is 3 years old,
Everything
4
that I
years
do-
old. This is way too much food. This is, I mean, my family was large, and it caused me to be large from a young age. And this is one of the reasons. You got to stop this. You know the struggles of being overweight, so do not push it onto your kids.
With them has to be done at home because I don't have the strength or stamina to go anywhere. And that's devastating to me.
when Mimi met Russell. Mimi's life changed. She was more happier. She was more willing to do a little more things. You know, she was wanting to get up, go on dates and do things. She was less depressed. And then, you know, Russ started going out on the road, and then that's when her problems started happening.
I'm really tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, we'll clean up.
All right, I got this.
Thank you, bud.
I'll be here. I'm gonna get a little minute for bed.
With all my heart issues, my time on earth with my family can be cut short at any time. I got you, babe. I want to see my great-grandkids at least make it to school. I lie here awake at night feeling helpless and knowing I'm not too far from dying. Oh.
She has her health issues and she needs to lose weight to where she can go out and do things like she used to.
I pray for someone to save my life because it feels like my whole world is falling apart. I have so much to live for. I need help. Good night, baby.
All right, that is it. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Slop Reacts. Subscribe and like right now. I'll probably upload another episode in 6 months.